We're recording. This is good because the last time it did not record because I touched the button. Who knows what happened? But welcome to Team Faithfully Fragrant monthly meeting. We do these once a month. I'm going to go ahead and tell you when my next one is because I was talking to somebody today and I was like, let's just go ahead and schedule it so she would know when it was going to be. So the next one for you guys to make sure you have on your calendar is February the 6th at 8 o'clock. That just, it's so late for me because that's just, if Matt's not here, he's always gone and Liam's down, so it just works well for me. Um, I am thinking about doing leadership luncheons, maybe once a month, and just everybody meet up on like a Saturday or Sunday, and we just go out to like Mexican and have like a cheap lunch date. We don't even really have to talk about Cincy; it's more of a community kind of thing. So feedback on that, I would love that. You can you know, put it in the chat, message me, whatever you want to do. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is World Tour. It is coming up and I'm so excited. I know that a lot of you on here have already been to World Tour, but some of you have not. And if you haven't registered, today is the last day to register. At 70, is it 75 or $80? Somebody correct me. But you get a ton of stuff with your registration kit. You get training from world-class leaders. You get to meet our CEOs. Our CEOs are coming to every single world tour. You do not get that with other companies. That's insane that they do that. Yeah, okay, thank you, Michelle. It is 75. Okay, Jessica's the one with a really cool 007 number. So World Tour is amazing. Don't worry if you're in a different state or you're somewhere else. Register. We will find somebody for you to go with. We have connections with Anchored Sense in Florida. We have some. I know we have some in California, Kendra. So just message me and I will hook you up. Wendy Heath Newgas is in California, and she's amazing. She is super accepting. Like she's just the sweetest person. If you've ever met Wendy, she's super sweet. So make sure you go and make sure you take notes and meet people and really engage because we're all just normal people. Most of us are just normal people. There are some weirdos out there. So anybody who's meeting up with Natasha, just be prepared. But I'm so excited to meet everybody. I will be providing lunch for everybody who is coming to Raleigh World Tour. It's probably just going to be pizza or something simple just because it gets a little crazy and hectic around lunchtime, and the convention center is in downtown Raleigh. It's going to be on a Saturday, and lunchtime is going to be lunchtime, so it's going to be a little bit crazy. So we'll probably just order pizza and go from there. And that's World Tour. Just register. Make sure you are messaging your team to register because it is so important for their business. I can't tell you how many people have gone to World Tour and then their business just took off after that. If you really listen to what these leaders are saying and put them into place, you will be successful. So the next thing is our team page. I really wanted to talk to you about the community and the culture of our team page. So I have told you guys so many times, and you guys are so awesome about this, but we are a family. We are a positive, uplifting community. Okay, I really want to keep it that way. We have a lot of new faces coming on. I want them to see how supportive we are. So if they ask a question on the team page, make sure you guys answer if you do have an answer, because a lot of times either I don't see it, sometimes I don't get a notifications because I'm on like 45 different pages. Um, Sometimes I don't know the answer. That's okay. Sometimes I have to tag people because I literally don't know. Like I think I tagged a superstar director. They didn't know. And then somebody else answered that was underneath us. And I was like, see, this is why we have this because not everybody knows everything. And that's okay. Um, Also, one of your responsibilities is to contribute more than you take from our team page. And a lot of people think, I have nothing to contribute. And that's so sad that people think that way because you could be day one in, join this group, and you have so many things like Kelly. Kelly added me to her Facebook party, and I was able to see how she did Facebook parties because I'm not strong in that area. I'm going to tell you, I'm not strong in that area. So to learn something from somebody who just began, who can offer value to us, that is amazing. It doesn't matter if you're day one, or day 1000. I want everybody commenting, adding things to our team page, you know, just really getting involved and encourage your team to do so. Like one of the things I'm doing is all my new recruits, I'm sending them videos in a group chat. I'm asking them to do trainings on group chat. I'm asking them to post once a month on the team page. If everybody posted once a month on a team page, it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be so overwhelming because everybody needs to do it. And once you start to do it, it becomes a habit and it becomes super, super natural. And you're like, oh, I can post on a team page. No big deal, guys. So I really want to implement that this year, is that everybody really, really focus on inputting and giving more than they take from the team page, because that's what it's there for. And everybody does have value to add. Another thing I wanted to talk about was we are mid-January. So middle of the month, I always start front loading for February. My goal, and everybody's goal is different, and you guys can type it in the chat. As long as you're writing down your goals and you're holding yourself accountable, or you have an accountability partner, whatever you want to do, tell somebody, tell them, I will. That's one thing that we talked about the other day. I will book 2 home parties. Home parties, I cannot, I hope you guys watch my video about home parties, because I feel some sort of way about home parties. The connections you make and the people that you get to meet, the experiences you get to have, just the difference in PRV. Like when I host an online party, I do the 24-hour group messenger chats that I have showed you guys about. Typically, they're 200 to 500. When I do a home party, they're 500 to 1,000 within an hour. So that's the difference. And also, I talked to my hostess about host flipping. I'm able to book parties off of those parties, and it's not so easy with my group messenger parties. I haven't perfected that yet. So front loading is so important. So I want you guys to let me know what you're doing for next month, like what you want to do for next month. How many parties do you want to book? How many home parties? How many Facebook parties? How many basket parties? All that good stuff. Front loading also isn't just about parties. It's about conversations too. How many people are you going to talk to about the join opportunity? If you already have a mindset of saying, hey, I want to talk to 6 people about joining, that's great. You have a number. And then after you hit that number, say, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to challenge myself to talk to another 6. I'm sorry, my stupid tonsils. So front loading is super, super important. So I kind of want to hear what you guys are doing, especially from our veterans who know about front loading, know how important it is for your business. So you're always booked up and you continue to have that flow going, and you're asking people to party. So I might do some call-ons unless somebody wants to tell me what they are thinking about, what they're doing for front loading, how they're using or not using the word party to get parties booked. I'm a dirty animal today, I'm sorry.
Well, I've been going around and I've been asking my friends if they would like to have parties. I've been sending them private messages and all. I've been talking to family and all and seeing if they would like to do, or if anybody wants to join privately in messages. And I tell them, give it some thought and get back to me. And once in a while, they act like they're interested, but they're holding back. But yeah, I would like to at least try to do 2 or 3 parties next month if I could.
Awesome. And so that's the thing. You're doing the right thing by asking, because I think 1 out of 10 people will say yes.
Yes.
That's about the average. So you just have to keep asking and keep that positive attitude. I've been doing this for 5 years. I asked somebody today who I've known for a long time. She does parties with me all the time. And I asked her, I was like, the new spring catalog's about to come out. You want to do it? She's like, no, but thanks. And I'm okay with that, because I know that if I hadn't asked, I would have missed that opportunity either way. So you're brave for just even asking, and you will hear no a lot.
Right.
You will get used to it, because once you get that yes, it just makes it more special.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask.
It doesn't. And as
No.
long as you know that, you're one step ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, who else wants to share? Well, since Michelle is just putting all these things out here, we're gonna unmute her. I don't know why I get so southern sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Please. Oh wait, how did you mute yourself again? Stop it. Unmute. It won't let me. There you go.
It was asking me if I wanted to stay muted or allow you to unmute me. Huh, the power. So I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. You've completely distracted me.
You're talking about your I will statements, and you got some bold statements.
I will.
Parties in February. Let's talk about that. Talk about how you're getting it. Talk about now. Sheila's doing. So we're gonna talk to Sheila next if she can talk.
I know. Look at that. We're starting something. So I think a lot of it is mindset. And for those of you that don't know, Kelly is one of my newest rock stars. I actually have 2 on here. And so a little bit about Kelly, because I want to share her story. So Kelly told me, no, I can't begin to tell you how many times. And she told me she didn't really want to have a party. And I finally talked to her into having a party. And sorry, my cat is eating her door. Stop. But anyway, so Kelly, I've shared many different companies that I was in with Kelly, and she always liked this stuff, and she was very supportive. And I have actually, for the 2 years I've known Kelly, I just met her a few weeks ago in person. But she wanted to, I told her, I said, but hey, you like this warmer, let's host a party. And talked to her, she did an online party. And it was really interesting because I had been in one of her online parties for a different company, and I seriously thought the consultant was telling her what to say, because I thought she was selling the product. I thought she was the consultant. So then when she had the party with me, and she was amazing, like she is every consultant's dream hostess, let me tell you. And I knew I was not telling her what to say. She was doing it on her own, and she was going and welcoming everybody as they joined the party. She was going to YouTube and finding videos about product presentations and posting them on her party. She would go to my website and do that. I was like, wow, girl, you've got everything. You're here. So I talked her into joining, and she's here, and she hit shooting star in her 12 days. 12 days, and she is less than $90 away from certified, and her 30 days aren't even here yet. So it's just amazing. And it's just, talking about Kelly is just to show you have to keep talking to your hostesses. There's so many people out there that are afraid that they're going to have nobody want to be a part of their party, that they're going to have nobody who wants to buy anything, so they're not going to get any benefits, and that's a disappointment. So you have to trying to just tell them and talk to them and keep going and tell them my job is to sell the product. Their job's to bring the people. And it's hard, but my bold statements are just the fact that I want to keep going. I'm shooting for director in April. Faith is going to be star director in April. So it's a team effort. So we all have to be a part of it, and I'm doing my part. So, and I've got a little boy and my husband that both depend on me to bring home the Scentsy money. So I'm making dollars with cents, 100%. So we'll get it done.
There's money to be made there. When people don't understand it, when people look into the compensation plan and really dig deep into it and really fully understand it, that's when you see the difference between, essential and certified, and even certified to lead. Kelly's probably going to hit some level of sensational start. So that's huge, right? Yeah, that's huge right there. So that's what we're guiding to. The first 70 days is extremely important in the business, and that's what we need to do. We are all here to do the same thing. It doesn't matter why we're doing it, as long as we're doing it together and we can help each other, because everybody's why is different. I get it. I couldn't do it. Would love to hear from Tamra. Oh, here we go. I will unmute her. Kelly, that's a dog move, and I love you for it. Let me see if I can just unmute her without her permission. No, you guys are terrible. Unmute yourself.
I'll be home.
Okay.
Kind of feel a little called out, and I figured Michelle would be the one to do it, but I've actually been having issues getting parties, at least online or in home. But I have had at least 3 bag parties recently, and they seem to do better for me than the online parties do or any of them. And I've got one girl that she's supposed to be getting up with some friends and showing them the testers and everything. And I plan on also showing her the new catalog once I get some of those. Hold on, Connor. But she's put in at least like 2 orders with me so far where she spent over $100. And her son recently broke one of her warmers, and that's how I got her to agree to do the party, because she wanted that warmer again. And I told her, well, let's just do a party and we'll see if we can get you some extra stuff also, including that warmer that you want. And I've been talking to her for about a month, and I was so glad that she finally agreed to do a party.
That's what you have to do. Sometimes persistence pays off. And, returning to those customers is always so important. We want to make sure that they know that we're here for us, that we are here for them. And then also, continuing to grow your customer base. I posted about referrals on our team page, and I actually posted that in my Cincy VIP page that I have for my customers. Tamara didn't die. She's fine. Somebody pay her off. It's fine. So it's super, super important to make your customers happy while getting, once you get those home parties, Cameron, you get the ball rolling and you really get into it, that's when you're going to have a whole new customer base. If you meet 10 new people there, that's 10 new people that you didn't have. Plus, if they have a party, they're going to have 10 people. It just goes on and on. So sometimes it takes a while. It took me 1.5 years, guys, to really get into this business, because I thought all the Cincy girls were crazy. I thought Chloe was out of her mind. I thought they were all drinking some Kool-Aid, and that I would never make any money, that I would never win a free trip, and that's insane. I do Cincy full time now. I just earned my 5th free all-expense paid trip for me and my husband. This business is real, and it can change your life. Okay, so Ashley, hey Ashley, we won't say anything too appropriate since you're working. But I wanted to see, Sheila is one of my new consultants, and she had some pretty big statements. I don't know if she can talk, so I'm going to try and unmute her and see if she can. But she will have a total of 8 Facebook parties, 4 home parties, and she already has a sip and sniff scheduled for next month and 2 catalog parties at work. Dang. Okay, she can't talk. I figured you couldn't. So she's at work, but the good thing is she's putting in the time. Same with Ashley. I get it, guys. We have families, we have jobs, but you're here, and showing up is half the battle. Showing up is half the battle. So does anybody else have anything to say about front loading Natasha Nickel, or Team Pages Natasha Nickel, or World Tour Natasha Nickel?
Look, Faith, once enough. World Tour, I was definitely sick at last year, so I'm looking forward to this year and actually being able to participate. Even though I came home sick, I actually came home and double promoted back to back, added 5 teamies. Stop taking pictures, Faith.
I'm not doing anything.
Look, Beardy's even laughing.
Beardy knows me.
Yeah, but we both jumped on the Zoom for you. So the one thing I can say is, if you want to grow your business, definitely show up to the events. Cincy puts them on for us for a purpose. They teach us a lot of things. We hear real life stories from other consultants that are huge things for us to hear, because they've all struggled. We've all struggled. I'm hearing a lot of people say, I can't get parties booked. My PRV's low. Well, I went from 3,500 PRV a month down to 1,200 a month. So, I mean, everybody is going through the struggle right now. And it's what you do during this time that is going to actually motivate you to build your business and keep pushing through. You can either throw in the towel and give up, or you can say, I've got next month. I have a new catalog. There's new items. I think this is the first catalog that I am overly excited for. I have a wish list a mile long, so you better believe I'm going to be hosting a lot of my own parties next month. For parties, I do mostly bag parties. The majority of my stuff is events. We generally have events every weekend, and one is the minimum. Sometimes we have 3 to 4 events, just depending on time and location. So I use that as a way to get my name out there, build my customer base, make connections. They're not necessarily money makers all the time, but it definitely does make a difference in how many orders I end up with on my website that I get to follow up with at a later date. So it's just getting out there and really meeting the people and making the connections is where you're going to start your business, and that's where you got to grow it from.
Sorry, I was taking notes. I want to make sure that I've been on a new thing where I've been taking notes during team meetings. But she's right. Like, I love events. If you're not sure how to find events, ask friends and family. If you go to church, ask your church. Churches have events and they are cheap.
And look on Facebook. I actually found my first event. It's called Vendors, Southwest Florida Vendors. And it was for local area that we were actually able to find them.
Don't give away all my secrets. No, but I'm on the same thing. I'm on a Facebook. I'm on like 10 different Facebook vendor event pages. One's for like Raleigh vendor events. One's for North Carolina vendor events. One's for like Southeast North Carolina vendor events. So I'm on a lot. Normally they have a first come, first serve basis. So if like Cincy, we can only have one Cincy vendor per event, which is fair. We don't want to take away anybody's business. But it's a really, like, I go for the cheap ones. When I first started out, I was like, $35 net. I couldn't do it. I couldn't spend. I think
I wouldn't go higher than 50. Yeah. 50 was my max limit because it was easier to make $50 back at an event than it was to make anything more than that. We are now starting to look into the events that last 3 days long.
Yeah.
But I think that if that's an ongoing process, and that's where you rely on your teammates to jump in with you.
Yeah.
Split the costs, get both y'all's names out there, or however many people come in. But those are the events that are usually like festivals, Oktoberfest, concerts, things that actually go on within your city limits, and they're pricier, but they're guaranteed to pull in a huge crowd.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm okay with paying more for it now because I am at the point where I can pay more, and I know certain ones are going to be good. So like, I'm doing one. I do one every year, the Carolina Women's Show. That one's always a big one. So I pay. It's like a 3-day event, and I pay $300. As long as I make my booth fee back and get a stack full of the enter my drawing cards so I can put them on my mailing list, that's a win for me. So events aren't just all about making money. Money's great, but like Natasha said, it's really about expanding your customer base and adding those people to your contact list and adding them to your newsletter, so they're not gonna forget you.
Right.
They will
you
not.
Just got to make contacts. It's not about that sale at that point. It's about who you're meeting and who you're connecting with.
Exactly. And a lot of the times you can connect with the other vendors and offer to do party swaps, or like a lot of them, they will trade products if you're into that. Just lots of different things. But you get to know a lot of people. Like I've met people at events and they're like, "Why is your table doing so well?" And I like that's a perfect time to have the joint opportunity conversation. Like, let's talk about how you can be a Scentsy consultant, because if I have to drive 3 or 4 hours for an event and they are already there and they can service those clients better than I can, you best believe I'm going to be having joint conversations with them. And I don't care if they're with another company. Like if I see them and I know that they're excited about it, and like I have one girl, she was with a certain jewelry company and she bought $300 off my table. I didn't buy a thing from her. I just don't like their jewelry. I think it's just not for me. And I felt really bad. I was like, I wish she had something that I could buy that I liked, and I was looking and I was trying to buy something and I was like, But she's on my dream team list now. She said no to me for right now, but that doesn't mean she will say no forever. Especially like when you guys go to World Tour, take pictures. Take a ton of pictures. Pictures are free. It's a free way for you guys to live your Scentsy life and show it to other people. If people see that you're doing exciting things, that you're hanging out with women who are like-minded, that want to see you succeed, that's free advertising for your business. Not Beardy, though. He's creepy and we don't take pictures of him. Oh my God, he's not muted. So
excuse you.
I actually have, like, one of my favorite pictures is with me and Beardy, and we have a selfie, and he has a little thing going on down here with color. So yeah.
We just had a good time at SFR, that's all.
We had a good time. Good time at SFR. So we always have a good time, and that's the thing. You'll find people that are very like-minded. You'll find people to hang out with. Like, to me, I don't care. I would talk to a rock if it talked back. Even if it didn't, I'd probably have a pretty nice conversation with it. Like, people are just, it's fine. Don't be afraid of anybody. Just talk to people. And if you don't know what to talk about, just, like, smell something. And be like, oh, that smells good. Literally, that's, like, the hottest thing you can say to a Scentsy consultant. And it's like, what's that smell? So that's how I get turned on. Anyway, this is being recorded. I'm going to upload it to my YouTube. What am I doing? Okay. So let's talk about sponsoring.
Faith, just don't talk about those donuts at the pizza shop.
Oh my gosh, I got in so much trouble in Texas. Okay,
anyway, I wanted to take one special shout out here, and just wanted to say a good welcome to Jessica. She joined my team last night.
Awesome! I was wondering who that was. I was like, I don't know her face.
Yep, she joined my team yesterday, and she is here. So I just wanted to give a shout out to her since she's being quiet.
Oh no, everybody want to be quiet. We're not going to call her out like some other people do.
Not yet. Well, you didn't know who she was. Now
I do. So Sheila just asked, and she is new, so I know a lot of people on here are new. She wanted to know what we do for a bag party. So I'm getting a bag party ready. So it's kind of like a sad excuse for a bag party right now, but I will show you what I have so far. I need to get it ready for like tomorrow because she ordered 8 fragrance flowers, and I was like, wow. So here's the one thing: while you're dropping off an order, and they really like Scentsy, like she loves fragrance flowers. They're going up next month. They're increasing by price by $2. So my thought is, why don't I drop off a bag party while I'm dropping off her order, so she can give it more free Scentsy? Like, it just makes sense. And she works in a medical office. If you guys know, nurses and teachers, like, they make the best consultants and customers. So it's really really bad right now because I have almost nothing in it. So Sheila, once you go back and watch this video, you can see that there are testers. These are testers that I made, but you can use some of your testers. I put 5 to 10 testers in there. I put a few of my Join the Journey information, which you should have gotten join material in your kit when you joined. I do showcase brochures in mine because they're cheaper than catalogs. I'll also have like a little combine and save packet in there, some samples for them to use and take that I won't leave back, like hand samples and stuff like that, and order forms. and I give them a challenge of like, if you sell $200 within the first 3 days of your party, you get an extra item at 50% off, which is really costing you no money because it's a perpetual party reward. So things like that. So you give it to them for a week or two. Always give them a deadline, Sheila, because if you don't set a deadline for the end of a party, people will drag it out. And they'll be like, oh, I'll order next week. Oh, I'll get you a check next week. That's going on right now with one of my parties. And I'm like, ugh. But it happens. But bag parties are great for people that have a lot of people around them and, you know, can just transport that for you. They're basically doing the work for you, and then they give you the bag back and you enter in their rewards. So that is a quick rundown on bag parties. This year I want to join that event with you. I don't know what that means. Okay, so the next thing is I wanted to talk about sponsoring. I know everybody hates this. I don't know why everybody gets so quiet when I talk about sponsoring. I hate to make people uncomfortable. I love to make people uncomfortable. But sponsoring is so important in this business. It is so important. You will get in ruts in this business. That's just how it is. You get ruts in your personal life. It's life. It's business. And it's your own business. You are self-employed. So the only person that's accountable for your paycheck is yourself. So what you need to do is you need to say those I will statements, like there's a minimum of PRV that I'm going to have. I'm sorry, this month it's been, like Natasha said, normally like I'm over 3,000 PRV and I'm only at 1,300 right now. That's not where I want to be. Middle of the month. Ugh, hate it. But guess what? I still have home parties booked. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 6 online parties left. So there's no reason for me not to hit 2,000. 2,000 is my minimum because when you hit 2,000 in PRV, you get an extra 5%. That means it's a $600 paycheck from you, not just, you know, not any bumps that you get from your team or anything. So that's really, really important. But also you have to have goals with your sponsoring and sponsoring conversations, just like I said before. You have to have those. I don't care if you just started. I don't care if you started a bug. Jessica. Nah, she's not. It's not fun it's not fun if they don't cry a little if you call them out. But you just need to like step out and make sure that everybody knows you're a Scentsy consultant. The one thing that I've been doing with my new group chat, which I love, is that's why I can coach everybody consistently, because I have had 5 new people join this month, and that's a lot to handle with everything that we have going on for World Tour, and me and Crystal are working on a training program for leadership. We're doing all this stuff, and to have new consultants, I want to make sure that I am training them like I've trained nobody before. So on these group chats, I'm like, the first thing I want you to do, the easiest thing I want you to do, is I want you to update your picture on your Facebook. How hard is that? Not hard. You just upload it. There's a Scentsy frame. Easy peasy. Now everybody knows you're a Scentsy consultant. The next thing I want you to do is update your bio with a link to your Scentsy account, to your Scentsy website. Once again, takes 5 seconds. First things first checklist. All these things to make it super easy for them. I'm doing the 12 videos that Chastity and Chloe and Katie and Ray Ray have to welcome my new teamies, to really show them how to work their business so they know what they're doing. If you are not in a point in your business where you can have those videos, that's fine. That's something that I decided that I didn't want somebody else training my team at this point. I wanted them to see my face, and I train a little bit differently than they do, and that's okay. My style, and I want them to know that I'm supporting them. So that's what I'm doing, and it's super, super easy, and I want them to know that it's with that excitement that it's so easy to recruit when you first start off, because people are excited by it. Like if people see you opening your kit, that's so exciting. That's exciting. It's something new. Like if you've never gone live before, which I challenge my girls to go live, which is terrifying because it's something new. It's not natural. If you haven't done it, it's scary, and that's okay. But the one thing is that you're never going to grow from a comfort zone. And I'm so proud. Like I'm like, tag me so I can watch you and cheer you on. And Sheila went live the other day, and I was so proud. She was a natural. She was so good. Her and her daughter were doing it together, and I was like, I love this. I love seeing them interact together. And people were commenting and people were liking, and that's what I see. That's what I love. So if you're new, just know that if you do sponsor somebody, you are not alone in that. You have an entire team, and obviously Natasha's team. We're just going to throw them in there, and Crystal's team to help you grow and help you train and help you have the best successful team that you can have. That's what we're here for. So really, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to open it up for questions, concerns, ideas. I'm trying to keep these short and sweet as I can. But yeah, if you guys want to talk, you can unmute yourselves because obviously I have no power. Even though it's my own Zoom, I have no power. And just tell me some of your ideas that you guys are talking about. Oh, Sheila says, I love going live now. I went live again to show the fragrance flower on my VIP Facebook. Awesome. See? It gets me high too. Like when I go live, I get a sale. I don't know what it is. It gets me hot. Not like hot, but excited. And we're gonna open it up for questions and concerns or ideas. What are you guys doing in your business? How are you working? Unmute yourselves because I can't unmute anybody. I'm gonna mute myself because I'm about to cough again.
So one of the things that I started doing a little bit more regularly is I started doing Freebie Friday style my way. I don't do it every Friday. I do it every other Friday, kind of, sort of. Depends on what I've got going on. I've done my second one this year, and so what I do is you want to do samples of stuff that's not wax. Everybody knows that we sell wax. So the Freebie Friday is the last one I did is I did the first one I did was washer whiffs, and then the last one I did was Scentsy Soak. And I just take a select number of them. I make my samples. The Scentsy Soak, I did 6 of them, and I take a picture of it and I post it on my personal Facebook page because I want people who aren't my customers yet to be looking at that stuff, not just my VIPs. They're welcome to get them too. And I posted on there that I only have 6 and that they have to comment something on there. So I had them comment, Scentsy Take Me Away, like the Calgon commercial from years ago, if you're old enough to know those commercials. And within 30 minutes, my samples were gone. They were claimed. And by new people that have never done business with me before. Jessica was actually one of them. So hers is on her way to her, and now she's already on my team before she even got her sample. So this is pretty awesome. But when I did it with my washer whiffs, I had 10 samples, and I mailed them out. And to the people who had never done business with me before, they also got a catalog as well. And it cost me, for 10 samples, it cost me about $4 a sample to send out, which was a little bit more than I had wanted to do. But Natasha Nichols, you are in trouble. Yes, I am old, very old, but you're older than me. Anyway, so I invested the $40 with the washer whiffs to send the samples to 10 people, and I had over $200 back in orders from that. So it was definitely worthwhile to send out those samples. And what I do with the samples is I make a little coupon to give them 10% off their order of what they sampled, which I really gave them 10% off their entire order, not just that product. And I made it expire 2 weeks after I had posted the Freebie Friday so that I could follow up with them after they received it and see if they got it, did they try it, did they smell it, and to remind them that their coupon does expire. And that gives me an idea as to who's thinking about ordering and who's not, so that I can follow up with them again right before it expires. Now, if they talk to me after the coupon expires, would I still honor it? Most likely. But you want them to have a sense of urgency, because if it's a never-ending special, then who cares when they order it? Same thing with the making a big emphasis on how many samples you have. Could I make more samples? Yes. Do I want them to think that? No, because the fear of missing out is huge. And people don't want to miss something, especially something new that they can try. So with that being said, I don't know what we're going to be doing. The next sample, new products, is always something good. And another thing, I am challenging my team to do it, but they don't know it yet, except for the ones that are on here now. But whoever has fall winter catalogs, my challenge to you is to get rid of every single one of them before January 31st, because there is no need for you to have them. Leave them at your doctor's office, leave them at the car repair shop, except for at my husband's shop, because that's my place. But other than that, just hand them out to people. Don't put them on people's cars though, because that don't make us look bad. But give them out to people and just say, hey, I put a sticker on mine that just says this coupon, almost the entire catalog is 10% off, and just get rid of them, because if not, you'll have them in your closet. I just threw out fall winter 2018 catalogs that I found in my closet because I didn't do that, and we don't need them. So now let's see what Natasha has to say, because she's older and wiser than me and has information.
Oh, you're so funny. You've even got Gavin over here laughing. Real quick, just to touch base on what you said about the freebie Fridays. Keep in mind that 90% of the consultants, the one sample that they hand out most common is a wax sample. When you're doing something like freebie Fridays, make sure you're using something that the customers don't normally order. So if you have a customer base that orders tons of wax and tons of the counter clean, move on to something like the bathroom cleaner, the laundry love, and maybe make washer whiffs are like crack, Faith. They really are. Even better when you use the entire bundle together. So what I did with my freebie Fridays, I went ahead and included the laundry liquid, the scent soft, and the whiffs, so that way they got the complete bundle. And 2 people, if they chose the correct scent, ended up getting a dryer disc to complete it. So they definitely, absolutely, Faith, if you really want on my freebie Friday, but I'm not sending you Scentsy. So just to do something that excited them, to surprise them, because they had no idea that the dryer discs were coming. So that is something that is going to be nice in the mail for them. I too followed Michelle. We're accountability partners. Almost everything that we do is tandem, not necessarily the same products, but you can unmute yourself. I'll let you. But the idea is generally the same. What is going to liven up your customer base? What's going to get them to order? You want them trying everything, so that way they get hooked, and that way there's always a continuous order. So that's about all I have.
Yeah, I love Freebie Friday. I typically just do emails. Like I'll get, like, if somebody orders a certain amount, like I have different things to give out. If they order like $30, they get a free car bar or something. If they order $100, I'm trying to clean out some of my old stock, guys. I really am, because that new catalog is fire, and I bought diffusers using my free, so I got free diffusers. So like this month, if anybody spends $100, I have got to get rid of these things. I have got to. Some of them are like super old. And so I normally do that, but I love the idea of having something. And guys, they are so right. Do not sample wax. Like, it's nice, yes, everybody loves wax. But when you're getting things like the Laundry Love and the hand cream, oh my gosh, people love that hand cream. And you're actually following up with people, that's what's going to get you worth it. And Michelle spent, how much did you spend? I forgot, but she made more money. She gained a teammate, and that was a tax write-off, and it took her little to no time to do that. And making it limited, people go crazy for things that are limited edition. Look at our limited edition items that we have. Like, I'm surprised Stitch is still around. I really, really am. Like, I'm really surprised that he's around. I figured that Angel would go first since she was new, and a lot of people already had Stitch, but normally, if you guys know, like the Valentine's Day bundle, the Love Connection bundle, that sold out within a day because there was only a limited number of them. It makes no sense to me. Other than that's how the human mind is wired. So use that. I love saying that you only have 5 or 10. Keep it a really low number, because sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I have this, and I'll make you some more. But that doesn't boost people's drive like it should. So I like that. I love Freebie Friday.
So for me, some of my regulars that have bought from me, I sent out some cards to them, and I thanked them, and I put in a few free samples of the waxes, and I thanked them, and I told them that I enjoyed their business, and I just wanted to let them know that I was thinking of them. And right now I don't have any other samples other than the wax or the washer whips that I can send out, but I need to get some supplies so that I can do more. But I plan to do more in the future with it.
Yeah, thank you cards are like a huge way for you to stand out. I have my own thank you cards that I made with my face on it, and me and my husband, and me and my baby. If you don't have that, go to the dollar store and get you some thank you cards. I don't care what you do, as long as you're sending out a thank you card, because it makes you stand out. So many other Scentsy consultants don't take care of their customers, and that's why they have such a hard time getting their PRV, because they don't have those returning customers. Are you checking in on your customers? Are you checking in with them at 2 weeks to see if they still like their product? Not even just to get another order, just to literally, it's just customer service, guys. Be the Chick-fil-A of Scentsy consultants. Pleasure them so hard that they want to come back for more. All the free sauces. That's what I'm saying. That's all I have to say. Be the Chick-fil-A. Anybody else can talk, because I'm going to get in trouble on my YouTube channel. That's all there is to it. Reported. Well, you know what? Who's on here?
He has something to say. He wants to add to it.
You want to know how many times you can go to Chick-fil-A and be pleasured? Because my husband counts.
Uh-oh.
He's like, I only got pleasured. He's like, I only got pleasured once this time. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do.
I just want to give kudos to Kelly. She's doing amazing. And the fact that she's so shy and has bummed up the courage to get on this call and tell us what she's doing. I absolutely love it. Please keep sharing your story, because I want it to inspire all of the new people that we bring.
Thank
that
you.
it just made. So
especially with this crew.
Yes, you notice that all the people that have been around are hiding, and whoever's saying hi behind you, Kelly.
I know, I see a little hand
Jessica.
But it just amazes me that somebody has come out of their shell that much from this business. And this is what this business is about. Mm-hmm. And it's about growing us, growing each other, building each other up, and we've got each other's back. So kudos to you.
No matter how many hate likes we are sending out to the people in Hawaii right now, it's fine. I don't cry when I hit that like button. But I wanted to get, oh, there's a cat now. Okay, I wanted to get Corinne on here. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you look so feisty right now. So you're gonna talk, and she does events with me. And after this last event, she was like, I'm gonna get my own event. So I kind of want you to talk a little bit about the events that you got. Hey, you don't have to be long.
You're making me nervous.
No, Corinne is basically like, if you met her, she's like my twin. It's like so weird how much we.
Do you guys want to see my dog?
You don't, obviously, but don't like make that the whole point. I love Chloe. She's coming with me. But talk about your events, because like you need to be like Pittsburgh Barbie, okay?
Well, I've only done
I think 2 of it's solo now. I haven't done very well, honestly. The first event I did, I think I only sold 1 item. But I think that was on me because I was really nervous and I wasn't like throwing myself out there. Because normally I'm a pretty social person, but when it comes to Scentsy, surprisingly, I like clam up and I don't want to like shove products down people's throats.
You're not that way when we do events together, though.
I know, but when I was by myself, it was horrible. I was so embarrassed. But the second event I did, I think I sold a couple more things, but I was, I threw myself out there more and learned from the first event on like how bad I did, because I went home and I literally cried. I was like, that was the worst thing ever.
Well, let's not talk about that, man. What are we doing?
Oh, no, it's good. It's good to like, notice where you're failing. Well, not failing. I don't want to say failing, but, noticing where you went wrong, to learn from it. But I don't have any events booked right now. I can't seem to find any right now. Do you think it's go ahead?
It's that time of year.
Do you think it's because it's like winter?
Yeah, typically things will pick up because everybody's already done their like Christmas events. And I think like restaurants and stuff, they normally like Valentine's Day is coming up. So I would I wouldn't really worry about events until like the springtime, because I know like I've already started booking events for March and April. And I will never do another outdoor like 3-day event in the middle of summer because I almost died.
I remember.
Emily like was calling the paramedics because I fainted, and yeah, so I will never I will never do that again. But it's just kind of like you just have to look and then learn from, because not every event is going to be successful. I've done events and
excuses, Faith. I do outdoor events all the time.
You were in Florida. I'm a North Carolina girl. It was 85. And I drank all day and I still got dehydrated, and they were like, "Are you drinking Gatorade?" And I was like, "Nobody told me this secret."
During the summer, it's like 104 in the shade.
Yeah, and it was 3 days all day long, and I think it was on day 3. And Emily was like, "What you do?" And I was like, "I'm gonna just go throw up and pass out. I'll be right back." So I will never do that event again. I think they canceled it because I know like 4 or 5 vendors got taken to the hospital for.
Were you guys on pavement by chance?
No, we were on grass.
So it was more than 85, Faith.
Was it more than 85?
Yeah, we were like in our hundreds because I was going to do that event with you, and you told me no.
I was dying. So
yeah, it was like almost 100. Our heat index was huge.
It was so bad. So I learned a valuable lesson that Faith is not built for outdoor events. Not gonna happen. But you learn which events to go to, because I will spend money. If I've never done an event, like we talked about before, I won't invest a lot of money in it. $35 probably as much as I'm gonna invest in one that I've never been to. And then you kind of gauge it, because I went to one that was free. I'm not saying it, because sometimes free can be great. I knew a lot of the other vendors there, and they were like, "I need to place a Scentsy order anyways. Nobody's at my table." So I was like, if I don't have it, just go online. So I sold $200 that day. And then they let us go home early. But literally no customers. Nobody came to that event. And it was at a church. And I love doing church ones because they're always cheap or inexpensive, and the products go to the church. And everybody like at church, they're so nice. Why is something so nice? So that's a good way to start out and get your name into the community. And like I said, meeting with other vendors is important in connecting. So just do your best. I mean, just keep trying. Check out and see if they have like a Pittsburgh vendor event page, because I'm not on that. But I'm sure they do. And then just sneak in there like a ninja and get it before anything else.
Like a ninja. I'm going to try.
What do they do? The first Fridays? Not first Fridays. What do they do?
First Sundays. Yeah. I thought about that. I just have to, it fills up so quick.
Oh, I bet it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
Is it really normal for, I noticed at one of my solo vendor events, like literally only the vendors buy from each other. Do you see that a lot?
If it's like a really slow event, yes.
Sometimes.
We've had busy events where that's the case, and it's still just every event you've got to remember is hit or miss. It's not always going to be the same crowd of people, and depending on who comes in is what they're looking for. So you're better off focusing on making the connections and talking to the people, saying hello to them, greeting them.
Just greet them.
We're
just talk.
Yeah. Well,
just greet them. You don't have to push the product, because once they start walking, you say hello to them, just a warm smile, and then they're going to walk to you, and then they're going to start smelling.
I would stop in a heartbeat for that warm smile, Beardy. In a heartbeat. If I was walking by and I saw you and you were like, "Hey, girl," I would be like,
"Oh my,
let's go in there."
What did we start at SFR?
No.
And y'all, none of us knew each other in person before SFR, so this has been an ongoing thing since.
You meet two people and you get to like make connections, and you can make friends from all over the world. I'm gonna go to Natasha's house when I go to Disney and just hang out in her house.
We are still hanging out.
She doesn't do that completely yet, but I'm coming out in September.
All I know is I'm looking forward to Salt Lake City.
I'm excited about Salt Lake City. So that's where we're doing our reunion this year. I'm a little bit nervous because of how hot it might be.
I think we're going to survive, because I think Scentssy's going to have lots planned for us again. So
we survived Texas.
God, Texas.
That is true. I mean, I'm poolside in Texas working my business.
I was at the pool and I was like 15 minutes in, I was like, I got a sunburn. I got a sunburn. I can't do it. Like I was sunburnt through my fake tan and I could feel it. And I was just like, I got
the lotion on.
I'm SPF 100 and I was still just depressed. I'm
yes, you need to come to Southwest Florida. We'll get you a tan, and hopefully that won't happen in Salt Lake City.
What part of Florida do you live in?
We are right outside of Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. I grew up in West Palm.
Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes from Fort Myers Beach.
Oh, that's awesome.
I never go. We went the first year we moved back here. We went for our anniversary and spent the day on the beach, and we haven't been back since.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
No, red tide's got us. So
when is reunion? I can't remember from last year.
July 22nd through 25th.
Something like that.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Is it usually, do you guys know how much it usually costs? I mean, obviously not for like the food and
it's
hotel and travel.
$300 typically for registration. And that includes all the training. What else does it include? You get a badge, what else do you get?
I was going to say all the trainings, the entertainment tickets.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't included was the fitness marshal.
Yeah, that was extra.
Yeah.
So but we always do something fun. Like when we went to California, they let us into Disney early if you weren't hungover.
Oh, fun.
If you weren't hungover.
I don't know. Everybody was there at like 6, and I just rolled over to Stacy and I was like, leave me. I'll see you at a later time. And me and Chrissy rolled in at like 10 or 11.
She was still getting her beauty sleep.
Oh,
right.
I'm not in my 20s anymore. I was like, this is terrible.
Wait, I thought you were still in your 20s.
I am 22.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And not as old as Natasha.
Oh.
But yeah, it's always something. But if you start saving up now, you can room with multiple people. Like last time, our girls got a Airbnb. I normally typically only room with one person because I'm old and I like my space and I like to take my showers at a certain time. And I also like to go to bed by a certain time. Well, Corinne, you've roomed with me. You know how like my bedtime routine.
Yeah, it was funny. I love it.
So yeah, I forgot that we roomed together. And I think we're rooming together. Yeah, we're gonna room together in like a week or two.
I'm going to bring Chloe.
Like, yeah, I need to get with you and see where we're staying, but we're gonna room together for.
Yeah, I haven't booked yet. I need to.
Okay.
Okay. So get back to the rest of the people on
Yes,
this.
back to Cincy.
Gosh, how
Yeah, I
rude.
know, man.
So rude. Okay.
Get a room.
For the events, Faith, can I suggest that those of us that are familiar with events maybe do some type of Zoom meeting that we can upload for all of our teams? And just kind of explain the events and show maybe a typical table for us.
Mhm.
I know that I've spent several hours on the phone with other teams members trying to help them prep and prepare, and it just seems to be an ongoing question of where to find them, what to do, and how to do it, because there really is no right or wrong. Obviously, don't do your personal specials to where people can take pictures and post them, but
Amen, girl.
No, and there's definitely other things to train too, as like one of the things I was going to jump in and say too is like when you're booking your events, if you're not familiar with the event coordinator or the location, don't be afraid to call the said location to ask them if there's even an event planned for that day. I've had to do that a couple of times because there are people out there who prey on direct sales consultants and
Yes.
take money and you'll never get it back. So you want to, like, I will get interest and find out the information, find out the location, and I will call the location and say, is there an event this day before I put any money down? So you have to be very careful about that as well.
So
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I wrote it down in my notes. And are you on our leadership page?
Not yet, because I haven't asked you to add her yet.
I'm just gonna do it right now.
my accountability partner's slacking.
So yes, maybe I
She's
need to
been
get
accounting for you. She ain't slacking.
so. Man,
Well, you're on there now.
Giving you all the
So,
credit.
I'm more than happy if you want to schedule one for later in the month, because me and Crystal are going to start a leadership training the 1st of February for our leaders, for leads and above.
Okay.
So I guess if you want to do it within the next week or two, we'll chat and we'll see.
Well, just get with me.
Okay, I get with you because it's in my notes. If I don't, if I write it down, then I'll remember. But yeah.
My name is in her notes.
It's in there. But thank you guys so much. I'm gonna try and plan these out a little bit more further in advance so everybody can have them on the calendar. You guys all know that the next meeting is February 6th. I'm just gonna double check that in my binder. Like 5 binders. February 6th at 8 o'clock. So make sure you have that down. Coming to meetings is always important. We try and keep them to an hour or less. If we do get distracted, I apologize. That's mostly my fault. And yeah, but it's really good because you can share, you can laugh, you can have fun, and you get to see animals. So that works out well. And sometimes if you're lucky, you get to see a bee. So there's that.
What was that last part? You kind of cut out?
But
You get to see a baby. Sometimes.
Hey,
yes, I
Faith.
have people that have babies though.
Okay.
Oh, Faith.
I know. And then, yeah, I don't know where Chloe went. Like, I see a cat, and this little hairy dog over here. And then
I was going to say that little hairy dog is named after Beardy over here. This is Beardy, the one that I told you about.
that is awesome. That is awesome.